Welcome back to Character Select. We're in the bottom of our new
I
estate.
see where you're going with that. Give me a real challenge.
It's a bit of a fixer-upper.
Yeah, well. Better
But
to
hey,
have a...
the price
where you're
was the
going
low,
with
low
that.
price of an old man's blood.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Give me a real challenge.
you do what you gotta. Ding.
You cannot wait.
By the way, there's a little talk bubble on Kana.
To discuss it.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that, Olaf? Oh, Kana wants to talk to you.
Poor Meyerwald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
Maybe my fate, too.
It may be, but Meyerwald knew his curse, for all that he succumbed to it. Perhaps he gave you what you need to escape his fate. Let's seek out these ruins he mentioned. We may find something of use.
Hey there.
I like that they chime in on occasion. I imagine there's other things to kill in here.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot down here.
So let's go upstairs and get the fuck out of here. I believe that there's like, what is it, like 20 levels under the keep or something?
It's either 13 or 16, but yeah, it's a lot.
No sense listening to that old bam part.
Damned Virago, not now!
Sorry, what?
Alan's having some issues, don't mind him.
We're Legend of Dragooning now? What? No, those are Virages. Never mind. Hey, I killed Mayorwald, just so you know.
I felt Meyerwald's passing. You slew him.
Several of them. No, he gave me no choice. No, you know what? Several of them.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness. This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Meyerwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
Mayorwald said I must go to the city of Defiance in search of the Queen.
I see. If it's Defiance Bay you seek, I'm sorry to tell you that you've come a long way for nothing. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Meyerwald never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before his mind became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it, for what am I but the master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay.
How do I repair the Barbican?
Meyerwald set aside materials for the Barbican, and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor.
What does being the master of Caed Nua entail?
Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies or ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If we can raise the keep's security in turn, those will become less of a concern. You should know, however, that the position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame, and you must contend with the threats to the keep. And then there are other things. Was there anything else?
What did you mean by risks?
Meyerwald's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather far beneath it. At least, such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place.
Yep.
For what spirits still linger in the endless paths oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed. From the time of our Adirian colonists onwards, beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen from time to time intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Cadnua a barren ruin, and robbed me of my hopes. The endless paths! That, my friend, is where I must go, where we must go if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, think too what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks Adirian.
What are the endless paths?
The endless paths of Audnua. This is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glanfathans that this site was cursed, and there is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Ingwithan named Audnua, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled many of the upper tunnels in with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured there have returned. As much talk of riches and treasure, the promise of Ingwithan relics alone has drawn many fortune-seekers to their deaths, I fear.
I have other questions. We'll find out more about the endless paths later. All right, time to find this queen in the city of Defiance.
You must know this queen you're looking for. Defiance Bay has no queen. The Maquins of Adir haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wodica. I'm told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away on repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Mayorwald kept a ledger, as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. You could take a look if you wish.
I mean, I'm impressed that you can update the ledger considering you're a throne, but hey, whatever.
Then we'll get underway at once. Know, my lord, that this is but the first and least of many great undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings and servants for many years. If you should wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the defenses will keep your grounds from being overrun, as they did under Mayorwald's keeping.
Give me a second here. Sorry, there was a catalogical issue right there. Anyway, I'll cut that out.
You need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid, and so long as you are master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you may make your will known to me, if you but reach out. Oh, but first, of course, the Barbican.
All right, so repairing the Eastern Barbican is free. Cool.
Yep, and nothing else is.
Yeah, everything else requires Boku cash. So, stronghold upgrades. We can also do actions, but there's no events currently pending. Status, nothing new to report. We can get hirelings to once we build the barracks. We can manage our party, which we're not going to do. But let's take a look at these other upgrades. So, Bright Hollow Restoration is basically repairing the inn.
Yeah, that's a good first step, I think. Get you a free place to rest.
Which is going to take a couple of days. And then the other thing is you generally want your security to be at least pretty close to your prestige, because otherwise you are ripe for the picking.
Yep.
There's a lot of upgrades. God, there's so many upgrades. So, but basically they're all locked behind basically three things. We need to repair the main keep, the Western Barbican, and the Bailey. Once we upgrade those, we can, or repair those, we can get basically everything else.
Pretty much.
Hey there.
As far as the endless paths, this is an entirely optional dungeon. This has nothing to do with the story, as far as I know.
Yep. It is,
Hey there.
however, super cool. It
And
doesn't really take all that long.
yeah, but we're also too low level to actually do it. So
Oh yeah, no god, we need to stay the fuck away from there.
classes like rogues and enchanters. Hey, look, a library. It has seen better days.
That goes for most of this place.
A settlement called New Dunrid is marked in the place of present-day Defiance Bay. Huh, interesting. Spiders have taken up residence in the empty shelves. Cool.
As they are wont to do.
But yeah, the other cool thing is that, like, the repairs actually take time, with the exception of the Eastern Barbican, which is done instantly because it's needed for story progression. Everything else takes a few days. And kind of magically happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of the cost is getting labor.
Yeah. The one thing that I really, really liked about this system, which was, you know, building up your own keep, was something that they massively expanded from Baldur's Gate 2.
Bit just like your breeches, Scholar Lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
So, several of your friends want to talk to you
Yeah.
now.
But yeah, it's they expanded it from Baldur's Gate 2, and then Pathfinder Kingmaker came out, and they were like, fuck building your own fortress, we're gonna give you your own country. And it's like, I don't know what to say. I'm so pleased. Alright, let's
I
talk
don't know
with
if
Connor.
I'd say please to
I was
that.
hoping our meeting with Mayor Wald would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kind the Younger read her father's will.
I mean, your voice is sounding kind of weird, but alright.
Okay, I'm glad that's not just me.
No, it's not just you. I wish I could have gotten through to him.
He was far gone, but don't worry. The past is there that we might learn from it. I'm sure we'll find more answers in Defiance Bay.
It will give you a base from which to go searching at least. And then, there are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the endless paths.
Yeah, so the Endless Paths is Kana's personal quest, basically.
Right.
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. That's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
No need to be embarrassed. I won't judge.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he'd turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. Hearing claims that he died fighting for Rey at Ceres, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Weidwin had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe the Soul Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
You're right. You should be embarrassed. No.
No.
Why didn't you ask me for help?
I don't know. Guess because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says she's a watcher.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea.
I'm also.
The idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with watchers. I should be starting with records.
So why don't you?
Dare thinks a moment, his lips twisted to one side. He raises his eyebrows. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive at the palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
All right. Alof, you're freaking me out, buddy.
Alof seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Why is your voice being weird? Are you all right?
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
I don't know what to think.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
I want to discuss something else. That's all. Okay.
I guess he's not quite willing to talk about that yet.
Nice. Oh yeah, we have the whole map now. So, there's the Bright Hollow.
Yeah, it's not quite done yet, so no reason to stick around.
Yeah. That is the Warden's Guild, I believe.
Mm-hmm. You still some bounty hunting quests.
Also, I don't understand why we can't just go west, back to Black Meadow, and then south to the Madmer Bridge. But
do it.
Didn't you say it blew up?
Not that bridge, but yeah, if you want to try it, go for it.
Okay. The fact that you're saying go for it is kind of concerning now, actually. What we will do is we'll go out this way, so as to unlock this option. Because now we can go to the Woodend Plains, but we'll go back to the Black Meadow. Also, whenever I hear the name Defiance Bay or Defiance anything, my first thought is always pirates. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Is it pirates? Would you tell me if it was pirates?
In Defiance Bay, no. Defiance Bay is not pirates. That's Pillars of Eternity 2.
Okay.
That's full of pirates, including you.
Nice. Do you get to make your own fleet? Oh, shit!
No, but you can get the Flying Dutchman.
Sweet.
That was just a random kobold just right in your grill.
He had a moonstone. Nice.
Nice.
Hi?
Damn looters. Curse my luck, the woman mutters, kicking her foot into the ground and upturning a clod of soil. As you approach, her ears twitch and she turns to greet you. Hail, traveler, she says with a half-hearted hand wave. The bridge to Defiance Bay is out. That's where you're heading. You'll need to find another route.
What destroyed the bridge?
The river's been rising on account of all the storms. Here, where the river narrows, the flooding did the most damage. Guess they don't make things last around here, do they? One of the stone columns collapsed in a flash flood, taking the whole middle section of the bridge out to sea. Madmar Bridge was the most direct route from Gilded Vale to Defiance Bay. Merchants and travelers now have to find boat passage or add days of extra travel to loop around the bay. So I started a ferry service, thinking I'd earn some coin and help others cross over to the bay. That was a bigger mistake than the time I allowed a Cypher to court me.
Mistake? How so?
I've been attempting to turn a quick copper, but, just my luck. The blasted currents threw my ferry into the rocks, dashed it and my profits to pieces. Making matters worse, when I went to prowl the shore to salvage whatever shipping crates didn't sink, a pair of looters attacked me. The damn brigands had the nerve to attack. I managed to avoid harm, but now they have stolen by force all that is left of my fortune. You know, you'd look like you'd fare better against those looters than little old me. Could I enlist your help?
I'll take a look.
Thanks. I'm sure those thugs have made a mess out of my stock, but maybe there's something there to be saved.
Goodbye.
And now you, as the road warden of Cadnua, get to tax all the poor merchants who have to go around this destroyed bridge.
Well, if nothing else, it means that people are going to be looking for a reason to go around Defiance Bay, and going through Cadnua would be the best option.
Mm-hmm.
So, commerce.
Commerce.
Everybody loves commerce and economics. I know I do.
And especially me.
Oh, fuck that guy. And turbo fuck that guy. Doop. Doop. Okay. Strip him naked and get on the perambulator. Yeah, I joke about it, but I'm a freaking economics nerd. I love learning stuff about economics.
Yeah. Gathered around the soggy timbers of a ship wreckage, men and women pick through the driftwood, snatching muddy silverware, moldy clothes, chipped pottery, and anything they can spot amongst the detritus. All eyes turn to you as you approach. The group trade nervous stares at you until at last a woman in muddy clothes steps forward and speaks. We are Bredel and Terran. They were just up along the path, and we heard fighting. Her eyes narrow and a hand moves towards a knife on her belt as she anticipates your reply.
They attacked us. It was a matter of self-defense.
You killed them! You see Hanwin's eyes tear up before she buries her face in her hands. The men and women around her take a step back, eyeing you cautiously. You speak of self-defense. Well, we are defending ourselves from the storm. The floods took our entire farm. We have nothing left. Nothing. No food, no roof, and I don't even have my cousins. We don't want to fight you. We have lost enough already. Please just leave us.
I came here investigating some missing cargo. We mistook your cousins for looters.
Mistook. Looting? But this is a wreck. What value does it have? Please, we need these supplies dearly. This storm took everything from us. It's not our desire to steal, but we're destitute. Should we let these wares just sink to the river bottom?
I'm sorry for your misfortune. Can I help?
Perhaps you could tell the merchant you found nothing beyond bits of driftwood. From her point of view, it will be as if the river washed it all away. Besides, how much copper will she really be making by selling these rotting clothes and soiled wares?
Okay, so the moral dilemma here is that they obviously need things, but they're stealing.
Yeah, they're stealing and they're literally attacking people.
Yeah.
And those guys did try to kill you.
I will not lie to cover your thievery.
Well, you leave us with no choice. Yep.
Huh.
That's how it gotta be.
I mean, ultimately, it's not what I want. I don't want to hurt these people, but at the same time, you know.
Right, they're gonna force the issue. I kind of wish there was an option, like, if you come here later in the game when you're got fat stacks, you could be just like, here, take this bajillion dollars. Go away.
Ooh, immunity to confuse of intellect +2? Nice.
That would be real good for Ed, because he keeps getting confused. Or your PC, too, for that matter.
But I already have a fabulous hat. Ed's already got Resolve and Perception, so let's give that. Hey, Kana. No, Kana has something on his head.
Yeah, he's got a turban.
Plus Intellect. Alright, Durance.
Durance? Yeah.
And now you're a proper Crusader, my boy.
Wearing his sackcloth robes and a magic helmet. And there's the stuff.
Absolutely not the way I wanted that situation to end, but
Hey there.
I mean, if you're attacking people and trying to kill them to protect what you are mistakenly claiming as your own, then I'm sorry, you're not doing it right.
Correct. Will these happen to be your wares? My helpful stranger returns. Have you managed to find anything yet? Even if all you found is driftwood, just knowing those looters got what they deserved would moisten... Ew! Moisten my breeches.
Gross. Would these happen to be your
Lady,
wares?
you're weird.
This is actually going to piss off Defiance Bay a little.
Peregrine's ears twitch with excitement as you drop the supplies down in front of her. Thank you. I was beginning to think it had all sunk into the bottom of the river. Consider this a small token of my gratitude. I'll reward you properly when you visit me in my shop in Defiance Bay.
And then she slowly walks away.
Very, very slowly. There she goes. Bye.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... There was no good way to handle that situation, let's be honest. Alright, so these are Kickstarters. That's
yeah, no one cares
thievery.
about them.
I mean...
Looks like we'll be taking the long way to Defiance Bay.
Aerthos.
Yeah, that bridge got fucked.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, it's... Don't steal. At the same token, I am also of the opinion that I stole something because I was literally starving to death, so I stole food. You know what? Don't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
How can we help you not do this again? But those people were literally like, oh, somebody's coming. Stab. No, somebody was lying there.
Yep.
Shitty situation.
Hey, you've restored Bright Hollow.
Bright
Time to take a nap.
Yay! I do like naps.
Don't forget you can turn on fast mode. Actually, you can just hit the sleep button here and it'll take you there.
We can do this too. We do have...
yeah, you got a shitload of money.
Yeah, because we got 600 copper. So we could repair the main keep, which would unlock a lot of other stuff. And that also gives us quite a bit of security too, which we kind of need now.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else is kind of in need. Warden's Lodge, Woodland Trails. Everything else is prestige. So, we're going to repair the main keep.
Yeah, you can hit the camping button here to just kind of fast forward to nap time.
No bonus.
But hey, you can also retrain your character here.
Make your choices and stick with them. But yeah, this is basically where I stopped playing the game because I was like, oh, now there's choices.
Don't worry, Dave, I'm here for you now.
I appreciate that. Not, a lot, but...
Just enough to make it worthwhile.
Alright, moving on to the Woodend Plains. I don't think I ever actually got to Defiance Bay, which is kind of like Baldur's Gate, but...
Yep.
I still kind of wish
But
that
more
we'd
importantly,
been
in this
able
map,
to finish.
In this map, you get something super important.
Money?
No, even better.
A level?
Possibly. But if you don't know, I'll leave it a surprise. A
This
little memorial
is-
for the Kickstarter boys.
Kickstarters. I'm sorry, you called yourself Uber. He loved to run and run. Sometimes he didn't, but he still kept at it. Then he stopped, so here he
Aw,
is.
that's a dog.
Oh.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Tucker.
Oh, we're not bringing that up. Why do you
Sure.
want to bring everybody down? God damn it.
No, that's respectful.
Rest in peace, Tucker. Following the roads, because that's where safety lies.
And it's where Doggo.
Sagini and Itumak. I
Technically
feel like I remember
Foxo,
this.
but whatever. A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hide leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine between her feet. A large white-furred fox standing at her heels looks up at you as you approach.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
This outfit may not be flattering, but I am definitely not him.
She lifts her head and looks at you. No argument there. It's just not you I'm looking for.
Who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Standing around here is probably not the most productive thing you could do.
Perhaps not, but running around all over the Deerwood hasn't done much good so far.
Your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
I know where some dragon bones are. You want to get one? Back up. What does this stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
Why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people in the Deerwood.
He died while I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, didn't I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone.
How long have you been looking for Persok?
5 years.
So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember? Who could be anyone now?
That about sums it up.
That must be an important duty.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
How does that statuette figure into it?
She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished audra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It
Oh.
belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
She holds it out to you. You feel wisps of sensation. Not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright, for a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this.
I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the wolf's lair and the twining trees.
Wolfslayer.
Defiance Bay. Locals call the current Duke Wolfgren. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with.
Yeah, actually. Is Twinning Trees a real place?
He meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I hear they have some especially memorable trees.
Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
May I see the figurine?
Why?
Please?
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
She hands you the figurine, her chapped knuckles grazing your hand. He watches you examine it, wary but cautious.
Curious.
Curious. Bleh. You raise the Adra bear, turning it in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you.
I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar?
Your question is greeted with a shrug and silence.
I've got it. He's standing on a cliff.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
I'm a real watcher.
She blinks at you a few times, calculating. If you see the way she stares at dead things, you know she's serious.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can look for Persoc on the way.
Sagani looks at you, arms folded across her chest. This is your idea of a joke. You may be stuck with me for a while. She tucks the figurine into her pouch, and her fox stands, shaking its pale coat. Lead the way.
We
Full
got fox.
party.
Nice.
And a foxo.
Still only one goddamn melee character.
No, you have two now.
She's a ranger.
You have a foxo.
True.
Foxo is a melee boy. He's not good at it, though. Yeah, I'd just pump her survival up.
So, Vicious Companion,
It's quite good.
more damage and penetrate damage reduction. Wounding Shot is better. Resilient Companion gets
Also quite good.
Companion gets damage resistance. Faithful, they get defense against charm-dominated confused attacks for a limited time. Nope, that's a passive. Never mind. And if they are charm-dominated or confused, it lasts less time. Merciless, 30% extra damage. Damn. I like the Vicious Companion, actually. So we'll go with that. Next level!
Sounds good.
More survival. Okay, so ranger abilities. Swift aim is better attack speed, better reload speed, less accuracy. More damage against one target.
And that applies to your animal companion as well.
Yeah. Plus 50% damage against targets affected by a DOT. So if they are losing health by poison or something, then she does more damage to them. Vicious aim is slower, more accurate, more damage. I mean, bows are kind of slow to begin with.
And they're the fast ranged option, but yeah, they're not as fast as melee weapons typically.
I'm going to go with Vicious aim. That sounds good. More
I want to give her some athletics at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd definitely get Resilient Companion at this point, or Venom Strike.
Venom Strike would be really good if combined with that Predators thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it say 3-star? Oh, base 3 plus 1 every 3 levels after 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 4. We'll go with Envenom Strike. That's fine. Done. All right. Next time on Character Select, we're going to Defiance Bay.
Yeehaw!
And it's probably going to be fine. Nobody's going to die, except all the people that are going to die. Hopefully not me.
It'll happen once
Hey
or twice, I'm sure.
Oh, probably. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And look at this formation. Now we're rocking.
Got a fox.
We do have a fox. It's true. A white fox.